One of the country's most colorful political leaders makes an apology tour in the middle of a firestorm. Governor Christie, already considered a leading contender in the next presidential race, said today he is humiliated that someone on his staff apparently decided to create an epic traffic jam just to play politics. So he traveled to the scene of the Snarl to face the music. And here's ABC's White House correspondent Jim Avila.
A political walk of shame on what he called his worst day as governor.
The mayor and I had a good, productive meeting.
Christie, who has made a national reputation for bold, often heated and aggressive politics, today stepped back and meekly visited Fort Lee, New Jersey to ask for forgiveness and tell the mayor he's sorry.
I am embarrassed and humiliated by the conduct of some of the people on my team.
Gone are Christie's Deputy Chief of Staff, Bridg Kelly, and his political guru, Bill Stepien. She was doomed by the release of this email. Time for some traffic problems in Fort Lee, sent after Fort Lee's mayor endorsed Christie's opponent. What came next? Day after day of 4-hour traffic jams as commuters tried to cross the George Washington Bridge to Manhattan. Choked at a 12-booth toll place after Christie's aides and allies shut down 2 of the only 3 toll booths serving cars leaving from Fort Lee, backing up streets and creating citywide gridlock, crippling emergency response.
I had no knowledge or involvement in this issue, in its planning or its execution, and I am stunned by the abject stupidity. I'm not happy I was blindsided. I'm not proud I was blindsided. Apologize.
It went on and on like that. Mea culpa, contrition, emotions from sadness to shock, and of course humility.
Heartbreaking to me.
The governor taking question after question. But after nearly a full 2 hours, some struggling to remember who got hurt here, Fort Lee or Christie.
Are you the victim here?
I'm telling you that when I ask for an answer from a member of my staff and they lie, they're gone. So I never had to get to the conduct, the underlying conduct. If you lie when I ask you a question, you're fired. That's it.
Christie says his bold personal style, often characterized as bullying by opponents, should not have paved the way for this type of political retribution by underlings.
Politics ain't beanbag. I am who I am, but I am not a bully.
But before he left, a little of that ready to give as good as he gets Christie.
Did you ever, for even a brief moment, entertain the idea that perhaps you should resign?
Oh, God, no. No, that's a crazy question, man.
Governor Christie said that before today, he couldn't pick the Fort Lee mayor out of a lineup. He just wasn't on his radar. But after tonight's 30-minute face-to-face meeting with a public apology accepted, the mayor said, I guess I'm on his radar now. Diane?
All right, Jim Avila reporting, and thank you, Jim. We turn now to the anchor of this week, co-anchor of Good Morning America, George Stephanopoulos. So is it over?
Oh, it's definitely not over, Diane, but the press conference today was pretty close to textbook. The apology came right out of the gates. It was unequivocal. It was unhedged. He took action. He exhausted all the questions over those 2 hours. But this is not over because there are still criminal investigations to go here. There's still an inspector general investigation to go here. There are subpoenas. A lot more information could come out on this. Christie's denial has to hold up.
But here's the question. He says, of course, he didn't know anything about it, but should you have to tell your staff you'd be appalled if commuters are hurt?
Definitely not. And that is the big problem here. You know, that there was some kind of a culture here that told people this was okay. It also undercuts his credentials as a bipartisan. It undercuts his credentials as a manager. And there's great opportunity cost here as well. This was supposed to be the year that he started to build towards a presidential race. At best, it's going to cost him time, energy, and a lot of goodwill.
All right. Thanks so much, George. It gets stranger and stranger sometimes in politics. Thank you.